one of the major triggers for why I built the cyber defense matrix was because I was inundated with all these vendors coming to me when I was at Bank of America, trying to sell me their products, right? And I couldn't make sense of them all, so I found a way to organize them into the cyber defense matrix. And it became pretty clear that the bulk of these companies ended up being under the functions on the left side of the matrix. And I was wondering, like, why are we missing so many things on the right side of the matrix? And I came to discover an interesting observation. As I look back in history, I realized back in the 80s, we bought a bunch of technologies, and the first set of problems that we ran into was just understanding, what did I just buy and what business function does it support? You fast forward, and at the time there was no security team, so there was really no tension between IT and security. You fast forward 10 years, we start seeing viruses, we start seeing people send us "I love you" messages and walk into our networks and so on and so forth. And so we come up with things like AV and firewalls to help ward off these types of attacks. The security team at this point there's not really much of a security team. It's just really more of a hobby shop focused on vulnerabilities. And it creates tension between the IT and the security organization because the security organization is telling them to turn off things. Fast forward 10 more years, we're now inundated with all these logs and alerts, and we need ways to address them, so we come up with solutions for those. You fast forward 10 more years, and we have fires everywhere, and we assume breach, and we need firefighters and firefighting tools. So what was fascinating, if you go to the next slide, is...
Can I mention one thing here, Sunil? Can I mention one thing here? And what's really interesting, if you're an MSP, which most of you are on here watching this, and look at the years and look at right around 2016, that's really when most IDS and SIEM really just started to become something MSPs even looked at. So think about the years that we're behind. Right now, we've done an incredible job as a community starting to catch up, but it's interesting to think about, yes, you got it, Anthony, where we are versus where the enterprise is.